Okay, in this video we are going to talk about MRA trees, and we will talk about the definition of MRA trees and some variants of MRA trees. So let me give the definition of an MRA tree. So a rooted tree is called an MRA tree if every internal vertex has no more than m children. So a rooted tree is called an MRA tree if every internal vertex has no more than m children. So let me give an example of an MRA tree. Okay, so let this be the root. Okay, and suppose that the root has 4 children. Okay, and say this node it has 2 children, and this has only 1 child. Okay, and suppose that this has 3 children, and suppose that this has 5 children. Okay, and so this has 2, and this has 3 children. Okay, so let's consider this particular tree. Okay, so if you look into this particular tree, we can see that the root has 4 children, and this node has 2 children, and these are leaves, and this node has 3 children, and this node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this node has 5 children, and okay, this has 2, and this has 3. Okay, so this is an example of an MRA tree. Okay, for m equal to 5 here. So if you look into the number of children for every internal vertex, we can see that each vertex has no more than 5 children here. The maximum number of children for a particular vertex here is 5. This vertex has 5 children, and all other internal vertices has less than or equal to 5. Okay, so this is an example of a 5 array tree. Okay, so a rooted tree is called an MRA tree if every internal vertex has no more than m children. Okay, so let's look at the definition of what is called a full MRA tree. So a tree is called a full MRA tree if every internal vertex has exactly m children. So if every internal vertex has exactly m children, such an MRA tree is called a full MRA tree. So if you look into this particular tree, we can see that it is not a full 5 array tree. Okay, it is not a full 5 array tree because here, okay, if you look into these nodes, root node, the number of children is 4. Okay, and it is a 5 array tree. And similarly, if you look here, number of children is 2, and here number of children is 3, and so forth. So a tree is called full MRA tree if every internal vertex has exactly m children. So let me give an example of such a tree. So let's consider an example of a full 3 array tree. So suppose that this is an internal vertex, then it must have 3 children. Similarly, if this is an internal vertex, then that must have 3 children. Similarly, if this is an internal one, then that must have and maybe say so if you look into this particular tree, we can see that this tree is a 3 array tree. Not only that, you can see that it satisfies this condition. All the internal vertices has exactly 3 children. So here we have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, 3, 3. So we can see that all the internal vertices has exactly 3 children. So this is an example of a full 3 array tree. Okay, So let's look into some more example. So let's consider these 4 trees. So if you look into this particular tree, we can see that okay, this tree is a 2 array tree. Here, okay, all the internal vertices has 2 children, and it is a full. Okay, it is a full 2 array tree. And similarly, if you look into this particular tree, T2, we can see that all the internal vertices has 3 children. Okay, so that is also an example of a full array tree. So this is an example of a full 3 array tree. Okay, and similarly, if you look into this particular tree, T3, so here the root node has 5 children, and this node has 5 children, and this node has 5 children. So every internal vertex has 5 children. So this is also a full array tree. So this is a full 5 array tree. Okay, so let's look at T4. So if you look at T4, we can see that here the number of children is 2, number of children here is 3, here number of children is 3, and here number of children is 2. Okay, so this is an example of a 3 array tree. Okay, because every internal vertex has less than or equal to 3 children, but it is not a full 3 array tree. Okay, because of this reason, here we have these 2 nodes having number of children equal to 2. Okay, and because of that reason, this is not a full 3 array tree. Okay, so let's look at what is called a complete array tree. So a complete array tree is an array tree in which every internal vertex has exactly m children and all the leaves have the same depth. Okay, so let me give an example of such a tree. Okay, a complete 3 array tree. Okay, so this is an example of a complete 3 array tree. So suppose that we have some more children here, then every vertex at that particular level, okay, must have 3. Okay, so here we can see that this particular tree satisfies this condition. Okay, so this is a complete 3 array tree. So okay, every vertex has exactly 3 children and all leaves have the same depth. So if you look into the leaves here, okay, all the leaves are at depth 2 here. Okay, so let me give an example of a 3 array tree, okay, that is not complete. Okay, so if you look into this particular tree, this is a 3 array tree. Okay, not only that, this is a full 3 array tree, okay, but it is not a complete 3 array tree. So the reason is because of this. So here we can see that okay, these 2 leaves, okay, they are at depth 2, whereas okay, these 3 leaves are at depth 3. Okay, so in order for an array tree to be a complete array tree, all the leaves should have the same depth. So here we have these 2 leaves at depth 2 and these 3 at depth 3. Okay, so that is not a complete 3 array tree. Okay, so let's look at what is called a balanced array tree. So a routed array tree of height h is balanced if all the leaves are at levels h or h minus 1. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So let's look at T1. So here we can see that if you look into this particular tree, the height of this tree is 1, 2, 3, 4. The height is equal to 4. And here if you look at this leaf node, its level is 1, 3. Similarly, level of this is 3. Level of this leaf node is 3. And level of this leaf node is 3. And the level of these leaf nodes are okay, it is 4. So level of these leaf nodes are 4. So if you look at this tree, we can see that all the leaf nodes are at either at level h minus 1, okay, which is equal to 3, or h is equal to 4. Okay, so we have these 4 leaves at level 3, which is equal to h minus 1, and all other leaf nodes are at depth 4. So it satisfies the condition of this definition. So that says, okay, this is a balanced, okay, it's a balanced 2-array tree. So it's a 2-array tree anyway. Okay, each internal node less than or equal to 2 children. So if you look into, okay, if you look at this particular tree, okay, here we can see that the height of this tree is 1, 2, 3, and all the leaf nodes, if you consider, okay, these leaf nodes, all the leaf nodes are at level 3. Okay, so it satisfies the condition. Okay, so here we can see that all the leaf nodes are at level 3, and the height of the tree is also 3. Okay, and again this is a 3-array tree. All the internal nodes have less than or equal to 3 children. Okay, so this is also a balanced 3-array tree. So let's look at T2. So if you look at T2, you can see that the height of this tree is 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you look at, okay, these 2 leaf nodes, they are at level 2, and this is at level 2, and these 3 are at level 1, 2, 3. Okay, and if you look at these 2, okay, these 2 leaf nodes are at level 4. Okay, so here we can see that h minus 1 is 3 and h equal to 4. So here we have these 2 leaf nodes at level 2. So it doesn't satisfy this condition. Okay, it doesn't satisfy this condition. So in order for a tree to be a balanced MRA tree, then all leaves should be at level h or h minus 1. So it violates that condition, and because of that reason, this tree T2, it is not a balanced 2-array tree. Okay, so that's the definition of MRA tree and its variants. And in the next video, we will look at some properties of MRA trees.